no matter what happens to you, it ain't over. It ain't over. Ain't no such a thing as over. As long as God wakes you up, that means he ain't through with you yet. And if he wakes you up, you got a shot to correct it and get it right. I was a kid out the dirt. And where I am today is because of that grace and mercy. You can actually be a poor kid from nothing. And because of God's grace and mercy, he can put you in places you never ever thought you'd be. You can't drive your car looking in the rearview mirror. You can't. If you keep looking in the rearview mirror, you're gonna keep crashing your car. There's a reason why the rearview mirror is this big and the windshield is this big. That's a reason for it. Because all the rearview mirror does is allows you to see what you've passed and to prevent what you've passed from coming up on you again. That's all the rearview mirror is for. The windshield is your future. It's where you're going. It's where you're headed.
Bad day you've ever had, you survived it. Your track record for surviving those days is 100%. Once I know that, when them funky days come, I'm rest assured that even if it lasts for a week or two, I'm gonna survive it. You got a 100% track record.
You have to lose your fear of failure. Failure is a part of the process. People who never fail, never try. You have to fail. You gotta get it wrong to get it right. You learn nothing from winning. You only learn from your failures. Every difficult moment you're having, God is processing. Everything you're going through is preparing you for what you ask God for. If you got to be more caring along the way, he gonna let you have some trials come your way that's gonna have to produce that in you. And if you need to be tough when you get to where you're going, then he gonna toughen you. Being successful is so hard, but I realized that not being successful was hard too. The difference between not being successful hard and trying to get successful hard, if you're trying to get successful then it's hard, at least there's some payout. There's a payoff. If you hang in there, there's payoff. If you're in a relationship with a guy and you're talking about a problem you might have, you know, men by nature, the one thing we are, we fixers. See, when we talking to our wife, our woman, and she tell us a problem, we try to provide a solution right now. You know why we want a solution? So we can quit talking about it.
Yeah.
Because we know tomorrow's gonna be some more stuff. So let me just provide a solution for the problem so we can move on. Here's when you know you have nothing. It's if every time you mention any type of problem to this guy, he offers you nothing. Money does not buy you happiness. You have got to identify your purpose in life, your mission, your reason for being. The two most important days of your life are the day you're born and the day you discover why. The average person dies never knowing why they were born because they never asked their creator, okay, I want to be successful, but why? Sometimes the breakup is actually the blessing. You have to remember the reason you broke up. You break up because something ain't going right. You got to free yourself. You can't lose yourself in a relationship because you're going to miss you. At one point in time, you're gonna go, wow, what happened to me? Sometimes you just need to be by yourself to collect your thoughts. It's an overwhelming thing, especially if the other person is making you feel responsible for their happiness. That's a toxic relationship if you have to be responsible for somebody else's happiness. You live your life in expectations, that's what happens to you. If you live your life in despair, that's what happens to you. If you say all men are dogs, you're gonna meet every last one of them. I'll never be rich, you won't. The moment you change the frequency that your tower emits, different things come back to you. If you change your attitude, you change your altitude. Come out your mouth is what's gonna come back to you. It's the law of attraction. All men are dogs. You finna meet all of them. I'm gonna be rich one day. Strong possibility. That's how it works, man. It's the law of attraction. It doesn't matter whether you believe in it or adhere to it. It is the law of attraction. it will never change. If you change what you say, you begin to change. If you think big, you'll be big. If you think small, you'll be small. Okay, ladies, I'm gonna let you in on a male secret. Something you've never heard before. We're not gonna tell you this, but we know in 6 months is you the one. We ain't got nothing else for you. If you have what we want to offer, in 6 months, we know. And then we ain't going nowhere.